Okay, third in the series about signs. I'm going to tell the story about Godrabs. So here's the deal, signs. I had this rabbit. His name was Hops. He was fucking awesome. He was a Holland Lop. Rabbits don't live a super long time, but I think Hops was supposed to live longer than he did. Right at closer to the end of his life, I got Flan, my cat, my little kitten. And I don't know, they played together and stuff. Nothing bad ever happened. She didn't eat him or anything. He was bigger than she was when she was a kitten. And Hops was awesome. And he'd do this thing where, like, I'd stand and he would, like, do this figure eight around my legs, like this figure eight. And he would, like, buzz. He had this, like, buzzing noise, bzz, 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 like that. And Hops ruled. But when I got Flan, I didn't pay as much attention to him. I paid closer attention to Flan, I think. And one day I came home after I had been out smoking weed and doing whatever, and he was dead in his cage. And I felt terrible about it. And I want to say we, like, went in the back of my apartment complex and buried him. That sounds fucking crazy, but I think that's what we did. Because I wanted him to be in the earth. I'd have to ask some people. I know who, two key people I need to ask, but I think that's what we did. And I always felt terrible about it, like, forever. I got sober and I felt bad about it. Like, I just felt like he was not neglected. He ate and got grass and everything. You know, I took care of him, but I just felt bad. Now, who knows? Maybe he had a little heart defect and he would have died anyway. But I felt really bad about it. So, I'm out in recovery fellowship once. And I tell the story and I say, I really feel bad about it. And this friend of mine says, well, did you ever ask for forgiveness about it? Like, did you ever ask God for forgiveness? And I, like, think about it. And I'm like, no, I guess I never really did. And so that night or whatever, I just kind of say, like, you know, I feel really terrible about Hops. And I just, you know, I want to make it right, or please forgive me, or like whatever the fuck. I feel bad about this. So please, I don't know that I need God's forgiveness, but I just wanted to just, you know, say it to God, like how bad I felt about this rabbit. I shit you not, you guys. The next night, like, I'm riding my bike, and it was like, oh, look, there's a rabbit. Like, oh, there's a rabbit right there. Then I'm riding, and I was like, oh, there's another rabbit. Oh, hey, Rabs. Now, I know it was like springtime, so yeah, there's probably a lot of rabbits or whatever. Then I'm like riding my bike, and then like this like rabbit like jumps out in front of my bike. And then there's like another rabbit that jumps out in front of my bike. And I'm like, okay. Like, I get the message. Like, okay, right? Like, I asked for forgiveness, and now there's all these fucking rabbits. Then, like, the next day, I'm like downtown. I'm like in the fucking loop. And it's like I'm walking, and all of a sudden I'm like 2 seconds away from me is like a rab. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like a rabbit downtown before. I'm like, what's up, Rabs? That's weird. Like, you're right next to me, like super fucking close. I'm like, okay, what's up, Rab? And then like, I mean, like for a week, like it was just like rabs, everywhere, rabs, fucking rabs, like little rabs. And again, I'm sure it was probably springtime. I'm sure there were fucking rabbits everywhere anyway. Like, if the haters want to hate on this, you can hate on it. You can just be like, what, fucking science, fuck you, fuck your God, fuck spirituality, fuck your signs, whatever. Go ahead. Haters gonna hate. But I'm telling you, these rabbits were fucking everywhere, all the time, everywhere. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't need, you know, like, it just was, I got it. I got the message. Like, it was all good. And ever after that, so I call them my Godrabs, right? Like, they're my Godrabs. And just ever after that, like, anytime I've really, like, I don't know. Like, there's been times, same thing, where, like, I haven't seen rabbits in a real long time for whatever reason. And then there's just been times where, like, I've needed them, or needed to see them, or needed a connection, or needed to get plugged in, or just needed a little sign that God's around, or that I need to see God, or whatever. And there's some rabbits. Sometimes it's in the middle of fucking winter and fucking rabbits show up. The other thing about rabbits that I've noticed by and large is they tend to hang out in pairs. Now, I'm sure that's just like a physiological thing. Like they like to like chill in pairs or whatever. But that's comforting to me for some reason. Like I like that they're together. So anyway, I call them Godrabs. It's like a thing. Like that's a sign for me. Like and I love bunnies. I love rabbits. So I just like it. I just like that that's a way for me to kind of like see physically a sign of there being something greater than myself. And whatever, hate on me. I don't know. You don't have to like it. You don't have to believe that I believe it. You don't have to believe that it exists. Fuck it. I just know they're my Godrabs. And I know that in that particular instance, that was just kind of an answer. It was a sign that like Hops was cool. Like I didn't need to worry about it anymore. I didn't need to feel guilty about it. There didn't have to be any more regret. So comments under 5 minutes, I guess.